You know, people assume that to build something massive, you've got to be the genius in the room, the coder, the strategist, the visionary, the everything. But Jack Ma, he flipped that idea on its head. The guy who built Alibaba, a $300 billion empire, wasn't a techie. He didn't know how to write a single line of code. He was an English teacher with no background in e-commerce, logistics, or cloud computing. He outplayed global giants, scaled faster than most companies can dream of, and built one of the most people-powered businesses in modern history. So how did he do it? Let's break it down, not from a pedestal, but from a place where real business owners like you and me can take action. Let's start with this quote from Jack Ma. If I'm the smartest person in the room, I have done something wrong. That line hit me hard when I first heard it. Because most founders, especially in the early stages, are obsessed with doing it all. Sales, marketing, hiring, customer support, even mopping the floor if needed. And while that hustle is real, it's not scalable. Jack Ma knew this early on. He didn't try to become a tech expert. He built Alibaba by hiring smarter people, tech wizards, product heads, operational brains, and then he let them lead. Not micromanaging, no hovering, just high performers with clear direction and the freedom to execute. The real leadership move, letting go of your ego and building trust in your team. So if you are still stuck being the answer to everything in your business, ask yourself, are you growing a company or are you just growing your workload? Hire people who are better than you in specific domains and let them shine. Number 2, culture wasn't a buzzword at Alibaba. It was the operating system. Now let's talk about something most companies struggle with, culture. You walk into an office and there's a wall full of core values. Integrity, teamwork, innovation. Nice word, but no one lives them. Jack Ma approached culture differently. At Alibaba, culture was the operating system, not a wall poster. They celebrated team success over individual heroics. They encouraged learning from failure rather than hiding it. They built loyalty through purpose, not fear or control. He created a place where people didn't just work, they believed. The mission was clear, to make it easy to do business anywhere. That belief became the glue. Through scale, chaos, even market crashes, people stayed. And that's the point most leaders miss. Your business will only scale sustainably if your people are emotionally invested. So if your team feels disconnected, ask, do they feel like passengers or builders? Build rituals around culture, debrief failure, celebrate small wins, align your values with action. Number 3, vision that cuts through chaos. Let's zoom into something really powerful. How Jack Ma's clarity of vision didn't dilute with scale, it got sharp. His mission? To make it easy to do business anywhere. Simple 7 words, but it shaped every decision. That clarity became a filter. When Amazon-like scale came calling, when opportunity flew in from every corner, when pressure mounted, he didn't react with confusion. He returned to the core. So many business owners grow fast and lose direction faster. Jack Ma did. The lesson? You don't need a 40-slide vision deck. You need one sharp line that everyone in your team remembers and knows how to act on. That's what helped Alibaba scale without chaos. I have worked with founders who made one small change, defined their vision in one sentence, and suddenly their team aligned. Hiring became easier, decisions faster, priorities clearer. So if your team can't repeat your vision without looking at the deck, it's time to simplify. Number 4, people first. Always. Finally, let's talk about the most underrated part of leadership: how you treat your people. Jack Ma once said something wild: customers first, employees second, investors third. Think about that for a second. He told investors, if you are not okay with this order, don't invest. That takes guts. But it also built immense loyalty. He didn't just hire people, he nurtured them. Created an environment where people were seen, heard, and challenged to grow. Ownership was expected, but it wasn't forced. It was earned through trust. I've seen this firsthand. One of the MSME founders I worked with had constant team churn. People joined, got burnt out, and left. He worked on one thing: people first practices. Weekly check-ins, personal growth plans, leadership coaching. Guess what? Retention doubled, performance improved, and the founder finally took a real holiday. Because when people feel like owners, they don't just work, they build with you. Stop managing for output, start coaching for ownership. So let's step back for a moment. Jack Ma didn't build Alibaba because he knew how to code. He built it because he knew how to lead through hiring smart and letting go, embedding a culture into systems, keeping vision crystal clear, and putting people at the center. The point isn't to become Jack Ma. It's to adopt the mindset that says, I don't have to know it all. I just need to build a system where people can thrive. That's what unlocks scale. So if this hit home and you're ready to build a business that runs without burning you out, join my community for MSME business owners. Lead the way. Also, register for the Freedom Business Masterclass, where I'll show you how to scale through people and systems without losing your freedom. Let's stop managing. Let's start leading.